Hello. Welcome to the daily. It's hard to talk. My lips get stuck on this thing. Welcome to the daily Greatest Friends here on the Greatest Friends channel. Not creative. We're not on the Greatest Friends channel.
No.
Hang on. Oh, and then I was about to sneeze. Oh. All right. Hello. Welcome to the day. Black and orange. Yeah, we're in black and orange. What's my
Mercury,
thing?
everybody.
Yes. What's my spiel? I can't remember.
We're here every day to take your 12 questions out of the chat.
Yes. Well, I am.
Yes, she is.
Sarah's here a lot of days. Usually Sarah Wednesdays, but we get extra Sarah today.
I'm here most days to put the questions from the chat to the description box. So yeah,
but not always, which is when it goes off the rail. If it really goes off the rails, it's because Sarah's not here. Anyway. Comes from Everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing.
Yes.
We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. And we've got a fantastic community here who is incredibly patient.
Yes.
Because of you, because you have been so kind to each other and so kind to me and so kind to Miss Sarah. So thank you.
Thank you.
And if you're watching this on replay, I'm so sorry. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go. And or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed. So I don't know if this will
Can you?
I don't think
You gotta lift the beard.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Y'all, Mercury's in the microwave.
Yeah.
It's a day.
Yeah.
But regardless of whatever kind of day you're having, Trump is having a way worse one. So
yes. This is, by the way, this is what happens when you have a Sagittarius stellium. So, die. But no, seriously, hang on. I should put my glasses on. Give me a second.
You're good.
Oh, man. All right.
Dabs wants to know, are you Aunt Sam?
Samantha, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Aunt Sam. Yes, exactly. So, all right. No, seriously. Like, ow, this hurts. We need to be more serious here. Okay.
Well, I had I had a close friend named Samantha that my oldest kept calling Uncle Mantha growing up.
Oh.
So, you know, Aunt Sam, Uncle Mantha, whatever. Mm-hmm. It works.
Okay.
So, I like this one too.
No, there we go. I thought it would be more serious.
You are serving looks today, dear.
I'm a happy
serving
camper.
Looks like Mershon's serving judgments. It's fabulous.
Oh, and isn't he just? Oh, isn't
Rulings,
he just?
not judgments, but yes. All right, y'all. Are we ready?
Oh yeah.
Are we ready? Let's do this. We're gonna go straight in. Now, it's a rapid fire news time, so I may get to questions that if they get to back from recess before we get to the questions, like we're just gonna have to go. We're doing it live, so bear with us.
Let's do it live.
We're gonna do it live. So at 3,
hang on.
Go ahead.
Kristen says Donald Trump is asleep at his trial.
Oh, well, somebody was mentioning that he sort of like looked like he was nodding off. All right.
Oh my gosh. Can I read on that?
Absolutely. Of course, can you read on it? It's your channel. You can read on whatever you want to.
I know.
Trump.
But I wouldn't be where I am without you, without your help and your friendship. And that is a fact. Oh boy. Angela M says he's sedated. To be honest, it could very simply be I don't think he slept last night.
Yeah, I don't think he did either. And that was we'll bump this up because somebody else asked later on. Goonie Goo Goo Wawa. I love that name. had asked how Trump slept last night, which may feed into this. So we'll just pull that and bump it up.
Oh, wow. CC Ryder says Suzanne, Craig, and Lisa Rubin were in the courtroom, told MSNBC he nodded off and jerked his head up to wake up. Well, the card for the reading is hair-raising. But right now, it doesn't directly affect him. Plus, he's exhausted. All right. Yeah, there could be something there, but mostly this is just judgment in the center, 8 of Swords hemmed in. He has to sit there. And then 10 of Wands, he's burdened. He doesn't take care of himself. I wonder if I'm wondering what percentage of blockage he has in his arteries. And there's a lot of while they're picking jury stuff.
Yeah. It's like white noise.
Yeah. And it's probably warm.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't slept.
It's a perfect recipe for
a 77-year-old man to
take a nappy poo. Yes.
Yeah. Government's putting up their case. I've got justice in the middle. I've got 6 of Wands. So he's going to walk out of there. This is a blah, 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 witch hunt, blah, 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 lie, whatever, blah, blah. Yes. Oh, what do you mean they were saying I fell asleep? No, I
was just resting my eyes.
I am, you know. Yeah, did
having
you know
a conversation with Jesus. I was meditating.
Yeah, there you go. No, Jesus was asking for my opinion on something. Yes. Did you know that when Donald Trump had COVID and went to the hospital, his people had to talk him out of what he wanted to do was come out of the hospital in front of the cameras looking frail and weak, and then stand up and pull his shirt open to show a t-shirt of Superman.
Of course he did.
And they had to talk him out of it.
Of course he did. Lord love a duck.
Yeah, okay. This is just, his energy is just, he's exhausted. It's how dare they try to hold me accountable? How dare they?
Yeah. Whoopsies.
Hello, Ellen.
All right. Well, let's keep it moving.
Yes.
At 8:40. Within minutes of the Bragg trial starting, Trump was visibly seen biting his bottom lip to keep from speaking aloud. Because he was told, if you act up. So how long will he manage to stay quiet? How long will he keep from giving an outburst? Or rather, since actual time in the cards isn't it, but will he end up popping off at the mouth at some point during this trial?
Ricky has a Superman. You have a Superman tattoo on your right upper arm. Good for you.
Cool.
Oh.
Well, Clem, we're including pre-trial like now. So, yeah.
He's actually, he might, they're not going to have a jury. They're not going to have picked a jury for the first, could take 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And also, now, I don't know, I know that Trump has to be there for the trial part of this. I don't think he actually has to be there for jury selection.
Mershon said that he
Does he?
he also warned that if he fails to appear for any of the proceedings, a warrant will be issued for his arrest.
So he has to be there for the jury?
Somebody correct me if I'm reading that wrong, but
2 weeks of this jerk having to sit in a courtroom for hour after hour after hour.
That's almost worse than throwing him in jail for overnight. Because literally his ADD and I speak to this from someone with that would just that would kill me. I would rather. He's got to. The way that he's all over, I would assume such, or he's got some sort of something. I mean, just the way that he's about, or even if it's just addictions or whatever, entertainment purposes only. Mm-hmm. His countenance is not the type to sit in quiet reflection. That is just not who he is. So 2 weeks of listening to wah 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 wah, that is.
That's not going to go for him.
Ooh, CP Ryder says, I read during the process prospective jurors are brought in to see the defendant and are asked if they can be impartial. So he gets to be like the sideshow that just has to sit there while people walk around him like the orange elephant man. So, sorry, don't choke. Please don't die. That would not be good.
Oh, God.
Like race horses, they got to inspect him and make sure that he's...
Ew. No.
No, not that, but you know what I mean.
Yes. Becca from House of Lenormand is in the chat. Hello. Do follow House of Lenormand. She's amazing. So honestly, Sleepy Don sleeping through his trial is the best case scenario for his defense his attorneys could hope for. That's true. I wonder if Biden is going to make that's quite an ad. Not only is he in criminal court, but he's falling asleep in criminal court. Yeah. Is he going to lash out? Actually, he for a couple of weeks, he's mostly just going to be sitting there. Honestly, and this is going to sound, I sounds like I'm being insulting, which I have no problem insulting Trump. He deserves it. But they need to give him something to occupy himself. Now, the mental image I'm getting is crayons because it's an artist. So give him
Sudoku, something.
Yeah. Oh no, he couldn't do Sudoku. He doesn't have the focus for that. But give him something. He needs something to do as he's sitting there.
Connect the dots. I don't know.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Give him something to do so justice can move forward. He has lawyers there. It's once they start getting into the trial and people start talking out against him, he's going to start getting emotional and what have you. So for a couple of weeks, it's actually going to, oh my gosh, it's going to get worse. It's actually going to start wearing him down. Just having to sit there for hours a day.
You can't be on your phone because that's all that's demanded to be off because of the.
Could he sit? I'd say, could he sit there on his, looking at his Kindle, if it's not connected to anything, but he's not the type to read a book anyway.
And Mershon's not going to let him.
That's a point. True. That's a point, Cheryl. He can read the Bible. Cheryl Hopkins suggested. Yes, exactly. Yes, Linda H. said as well. The Bible. Yes, Lisa Grant, Play-Doh, Slinky, hand shadows.
Lincoln Project said I was praying, not sleeping, is what he'll say on Truth Social.
This is going to make him mad that he has to sit there. This is going to make him, he's prepared. He's mentally, as much as you can, tried to prepare himself for the trial and for, intimidating witnesses and doing whatever. But 2 weeks of just sitting there is going to wear him down.
Yeah, that's like I said, that's almost like, a short prison sentence for him. That is torture for him.
Yes. because Nine of Pentacles, no, they shouldn't be judging me. This is the world, and this is rancor. Well, if people were fighting, or he was angry, that could keep him awake.
Mm-hmm.
But this is something he's never faced before.
And he's going to have to sit in a room while they parade people in, and while they judge him and say whether or not they're available to judge him impartially. Yeah.
Christine, yes. Christine said it's only a matter of time until he loses his shizzy what's it. Shizzy wasn't it. That's it.
Yes, I love that. All right. At 1550.
Oh, Lewis is asking, can they point and laugh?
No, I don't think so. Well, they can if they don't want to be on the jury. So,
I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you, but there's some good stuff in the chat. Tammy Duncan is saying a big shot of Red Bull might help him. I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't shoot him full of some B vitamins this morning.
Something.
I'm really surprised by that.
So Judge Mershon ruled this morning that the Access Hollywood tape and Trump's reference to the tape in the deposition cannot be used. But Mershon is allowing the transcript for Trump's grab him by the hoodie comment, and is allowing the email chain where Kellyanne Conway is asking Michael Cohen, who is going to be the one doing damage control for all this. So
I'm confused.
Okay. So Judge Mershon, the prosecution wanted to use the Access Hollywood tape.
Okay.
And he said no, but you can use the transcript.
Okay.
So also, part of the case, part of what the defense is trying to prove, is that this whole thing happened because Trump was trying to cover things up. Trump and his team were trying to cover things up for damage control. Mm-hmm. So there's literally an email chain between Kellyanne Conway and Michael Cohen going, okay, but how are we going to do damage control after the Access Hollywood thing about the Stormy Daniels thing? So it shows intent. It shows criminal intent going forward, and all of this is being allowed in evidence.
But is it criminal intent by him?
Him and his team.
Will he try to? Won't he try to point at, say they did it?
If his lawyers have any sense, yes.
Okay, but there is the Michael Cohen audio tape. But anyway,
so will this be damaging enough? Will all of this be damaging enough? Or will this do any damage? The transcript, the email chain, whatnot.
Yes, I've got Knight of Cups. That's the prosecutors putting up their case. Three of Cups, doing a good job. Six of Wands, what he did to well, this to some extent, this is also the what he said on the tape. The locker room talk, please.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you, I haven't had many relationships in my life, but the men I have been with in my life, the few men I've been with in my life, they would all scoff at that. I wouldn't say that. What the heck is he talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And this is part of the legal case, but it just feels like it's part of the argument. It's a solid one. It's just moving along piece by piece. It's very straightforward.
And as was noted in the chat, if he tried to say, well, that was my team, that wasn't me, Cohen's got enough evidence. It would be like, really? Was it though? Mm-hmm. So, yeah. At 1940, Mershon warned Trump this morning that although he has the right to be present for his trial, he will be removed from the courtroom if he disrupts the proceedings, and he will be put in jail.
Wait. Did I? Okay, I'm losing my mind. I'm not good Here's the thing. So many, it's so weird. And some things I'm so audio heavy, and on other completely different things, I'm totally visual heavy. And
Refresh, I just saved.
Okay. And because my brain put it that you said Trump told Mershon. And so I got confused, but you probably didn't say that. My brain
you're good.
switched things around. So let me make sure I can see the questions. That'll probably help me. So Judge Mershon warned Trump that although he has the right to be present for his trial, he'll be removed from the courtroom if he disrupts the proceedings, and he will be put in jail. He also warned that if he failed, Mershon also warned Trump that if Trump fails to appear, a warrant will be issued for Trump's arrest. Will Trump adhere to these rules for the duration of the trial? Not to lash out, not to... he doesn't have Haba there, right? Because Haba kind of fed into his worst impulses.
As of yet, no.
That's good. Will he... Yeah, he's going to get himself into trouble. I'm not getting a full blow up.
Okay.
He's going to... he's going to be sleepy Dawn for a couple of weeks, and then start... As things start to bite, he's going to start lashing more. The amount of money for this pittance, this little amount of money, he's saying, they're trying to hamper me. I need to win this election. I'm going to win this election. But their arguments are weak. Instead of fighting back, this is a page of swords with a 5 of swords, adding insult to injury. So this is the weakest of the court cards for law stuff. And then there's the adding insult to injury here, also in swords, which is law stuff. So I get him lashing out more down here, but I'm not getting... Let me grab Weird World Tarot and see if I get anything there, because boy, that whole Ace of Wands in this deck. One heck of a card of Trump, temper Trump going kaboom. Ricky's wondering what Trump's first meal will be on the slammer. Oh, we should talk about that later too, because was it Popak this morning? Who was it? This morning was talking about, or was it on MSNBC? Somebody was talking about how he's likely not in home confinement. He's likely, if he goes to prison, to go to a military prison.
Yeah, we're looking at that at 5 and 6.
Oh, good. All right.
Yes.
Will he lash out?
Ricky, I'm guaranteeing he'll be upset with generic ketchup. This is the evidence. They're laying it out, being brought in piece by piece. People testifying against him. His completely fabricated story about what happened, and all those little balloons being popped one by one. And he ends up the hermit, whereas he starts feeling like he's being picked on. Oh, the victim, he's being all picked on. And it's at that point he starts running the risk of being put somewhere where he is on his own, being put in the corners to reflect, to think about what he's done. I mean, that's what the hermit card is about. Being kind of thrust out into the cold is more of a 5 of Pentacles, the people outside the church. The hermit card is more, it's like the hermit on the mountainside who has gone to pray and meditate and reflect and holds up a lantern of wisdom. There's a certain element of that, although there's certainly some isolation there. But yeah, that would be him being removed to be put in the corner. It's a possibility. All right.
Give him time though. For the next couple of weeks. Oh, it's going to be glorious. Day after day after day. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays for hours. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh. Okay.
At 25:10, the prosecution has argued regarding Trump's violations of the expanded gag order. They wanted Mershon to enter an order for Trump to show cause as to why he should not be held in criminal contempt for each of his 3 Truth Social posts last week and the new one this morning before court. Basically, they're like, okay, if you tell us why, make him tell you why he shouldn't be held in contempt for that. Have Trump explain how that's okay. The DA asked for a finding of criminal contempt punishable by $1,000 for each, including the reposting of Avenatti's post, the posting Stormy Daniels' January 2018 statement, and the post about Pomerantz and Cohen that questions why Cohen has not yet been prosecuted. Will Donald have to pay up?
This is nothing. This is peanuts.
Yeah.
But it could add up to hurt him. You get enough of these, they start counting against you when it comes to sentencing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is peanuts. He can raise this from his suckers in an hour.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carol. And see Torino saying the room is going to smell. Ooh, I'll bet. Here's the thing. If I just look at the end, 10 of Pentacles, the dynasty, what have you, the magician. So like getting Junior to post stuff, getting, finding a way around the whatever gag order. However, these are the last cards. But why leading up to this have I got Death, 3 of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune in the middle? Ouch. I don't think this case is going to go so well for him. And then, yeah, you want to go say your stupid little things? Go ahead. It will be held, anything you, well, in this case, anything you say in court can be held against you. Yeah, those are nasty. Those are some nasty cards. Whew.
All right. Whew. Well, at 28:10.
Oh, wait. Kristen is pointing out. Let's look. Wait. We need to share.
I'll move that question up. Okay.
Did it? Oh, it's gone down even more. I wonder why it wasn't. Okay, it must have frozen up to save computer memory. 8 down, 18, over 18, almost 19% just today. Look at that downward spiral.
Right, and not the kind.
I know it's a line, or a mean, but we're just gonna. It's a downward spiral, down to 26.55. Last 5 days. Oh, ow! Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. I just dropped to 52. 26.52. And steadily just
49.
Okay.
1 month. Okay, so got it.
I'd even 50. Okay. I'd even be curious as to if you put it on the 1 day just to see how much it's gone down just since he walked in. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it hit its high at 9:36 Eastern. Yeah, just before court started, and then he came in. It was about here.
Mm-hmm.
About 28, and it has since.
Yep. Well, the question we had for this is, will it survive the trial? Will this stock survive the trial at all?
Whew, Robin D said, Forbes said sell now.
I bet they did.
King of Wands. For the reading, that is Trump himself. He is the King of Wands. Just as a man, that's all he is. He's not any more special than any of the rest of us. We are all important. He is not special.
Mm-mm.
If anything, it would be someone like Barack Obama is slightly special just because of his character, which just a notch, maybe a little extra. But I am a firm believer in my soul,
right,
that we are all of our souls are connected. They're all from the same place. So I hate to go all Age of Aquarius on y'all, but equal. So he's just a man. Now, magician. There was talk that there was talk. Entertainment only YouTube. There was talk. There was a little weirdness, the whole setup, the SPAC, and the whole what's it? And Five of Wands, little rancor, little back and forth, and of course there's suits and countersuits and this kind of stuff. Six of Cups. This is how it was. This was old-fashioned. That's how it's nostalgia. It's the card of nostalgia. Yeah, Six of Cups. So, and of course, this narcissist. This is the second time he's had a stock with the ticker symbol DJT. He had it back for, I want to say it was one of the casinos or something. And it completely failed. So now he's got it again. And it's his name. There's a star. And here's a hangman. There's a point where certain things can fall far enough that the exchange itself can step in to either pause trading for a stock or
right.
But
well, and to dovetail off this, at 33:15, Peg noted, per RawStory, Truth Social backers are moaning, every time I buy more, the stock drops more. Well, duh. With all of Trump's gullible griftees, how many are actually going to end up facing financial devastation after all this is said and done? How many of his griftees is he going to leave way worse financially than when he found them? Because it's not the billionaires that are snatching this stuff up. Uh-oh.
We're completely devoted to him. Yes, whatever you want, mein Führer. Right? We know what Trump is. It's a devil card. And the corruption. You're gonna love this. On Wall Street, there's an expression, which is, don't try to catch a falling knife. Ace of Swords. Point down. No hand on it. It's falling.
Yes.
And to the people buying it, Four of Pentacles, the miser, no money, desperately grasping what little they have left. Yeah.
Whoopsies. Well, okay. At 35:05, Echo in the Whisper says, if convicted in the New York hush money trial, now this is a two-parter. So, if convicted, will he actually end up serving any prison time? The max sentence would be 20 years. I know Popek was talking this morning about it could be anywhere from, 4 to 18 months, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 6 months to a year or something. Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
And they were saying it was likely a military, but I thought it was interesting because it was him or on MSNBC. They said it's likely not home confinement.
Right.
That would be glorious
because they can't make that secure enough. I mean, we've got plenty of unused bunkers, and Lord knows he loves a bunker. So, I mean.
Okay, this is odd, which is kind of with this question. It's always odd. I love that the card of the reading is the Four of Wands card of vacation and retirement. Eight of Wands. This is the hissy fit. Page of Cups is if he is held somewhere. All right.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a military, for example, if it was a military prison, he wouldn't be held there by generals.
Mm-mm.
It would be the little people who would be restraining him and telling him what to do.
And that would just toast his grits, something fierce.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And for this 10 of Pentacles, it feels like his family coming to visit him in confinement. So you're saying there's a chance.
Well, all right.
Oh, Kristen says, yes, it is now trending. Sleepy Dawn.
Fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
The follow-up to that at 37:45, and this is something that you and I and Valerie were discussing earlier. If Trump gets a lower sentence in future criminal trials, he will no longer get first-time offender sentencing because he would have already been a convicted felon. Could we see, even if he gets a lower one this time, because technically it is his first conviction. Could we see steeper punishments in the future?
There we go. Ah!
I mean, you can only play that first time offender card once.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And thank you, Valerie.
It definitely does not help. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's Page of Wands. His arguments get weaker and weaker and weaker the more he's convicted, and of course he doesn't handle it well. And this is the card I was telling you about the it's the Ace of Wands, but it's the Trump temper tantrum card because he's the King of Wands.
Yes.
Hello, Eight of Swords right behind it. Anyway, Two of Swords, Moon, Emperor, Hierophant, High Priestess.
Ricky, this wouldn't be his third strike because those were civil trials. We're talking about criminal and felons, so that works a little different. Sorry.
No, you're fine. So will it be held against him? This is a legal. Okay, this is a legal. That's a legal decision. Two of Swords. Howling at the moon. It will very much upset him. In the center, it's the emperor. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Going after the big guy. But the Hierophant. And in this case, it feels like the Hierophant is overcoming the emperor, which is the institutions starting to overcome the emperor's progress because of higher wisdom of the high priestess.
Ooh.
And women voters.
Well,
I'm just enjoying this, and I'm surprisingly relaxed. I don't know why. I mean, I am a little nervous deep down, but on the whole, we've waited so long to see this man.
Mm-hmm.
And today is the first day of his first criminal trial. There are others already. There are three others already in the works, and there could be more after that.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Okay, so Kristen says, breaking news. The court has resumed with Judge Mershon announcing he will not rule today on the gag order violations. He will hear arguments on April 24th. 9 days?
Well, that just gives him more time to screw up, I guess, and more violations.
That's true. That is true. Rose Blue, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. We'll say 42 even. Eva Renee has a question. Would the delusional one risk trying to bribe or influence the jury pool?
He already is.
The influence part. But the bribing. Yeah.
Well, intimidation all day long.
Yeah.
I don't have money here.
Okay.
But what I do have, Trump on the defensive.
No.
The star with the evidence. Queen of Wands is people supporting him.
Mm-hmm.
World judgment. That does not bode well for him. At all. Yeah, these cards, these cards for Trump today are brutal.
Thaddeus, you have a good point. If convicted for crimes in New York, would he not have to serve his sentence in New York? In any other case, yes, and that could be the case here. But I think there is precedent for dispensation of storing people in more secure places if need be. So,
oh, good point. Hang on.
Hmm.
Another good point was here by Cheryl Smith is saying the 24th is a Wednesday when the judge is attending to cases other than this one. That's true. 24th is a Wednesday. Okay. Maybe they've got to come in specially. Does Trump have to come in on that Wednesday then as well? Extra time?
Yeah, my heart bleeds peanut butter for this dude. I mean, he's had the pho, and now we're in the faux era.
Exactly. So. And Becca's agreeing with you, but plenty of time. I agree with Sarah. Plenty of time for him to keep violating his gag order. Oh, yeah.
Yes. All right. At 44:40.
Wait. More from Kristen. Mershon lays down the hammer. The defense has 24 hours to identify exhibits. Otherwise, they'll be precluded from introducing them. You have 24 hours. Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C. Dang. All right. Yeah.
All right, at 45.
Sorry.
10. Nope.
Visualize 70 says Passover next week creates a delay as well. Not necessarily, because that came up. That's one of the things that Judge Mershon said he wasn't going to rule on immediately. But Trump was asking for Barron's graduation day off, which is in mid-May. But I don't remember numbers well, so it's either the 13th or 17th or something. I can't remember. Could have been the 14th. Anyway, mid-May. And there were some people asking about getting time off for Passover and all this kind of stuff. And Mershon was really leaning toward no. He didn't, I don't think he said no. I think he was waiting for some reason, or said he put it off for some reason. But yeah, that's already a thing. So.
And Krista says gag order news during lunch. Trump again towed the line of his gag order, posting a video of his ally Laura Loomer that includes her making references to Judge Mershon's wife and Michael Cohen.
What kind of references?
I don't know. You idiot. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Bernadette. What an idiot. That is right.
All right. You were saying, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Like I said, it's a rapid fire day. So
yeah. At
46:35, Wendy says, on Midas Touch, they showed a clip of Trump's Pennsylvania rally from over the weekend. A man to Trump's left in a red hoodie and glasses put his finger to his lips and then did this across his neck while trials were being discussed. So basically like intimidating witnesses and whatnot. So do you see that people will try anything while this court case is going on? Like, is stuff going to get stupid? But a dude was very plainly just...
Lisa Arnold said Stinky's not Jewish. No, it was somebody else there. They were asking for various days off for various reasons. The one Trump specifically wanted for himself was Barron's graduation day. And if anyone thinks that he really wants that day off because it's Barron's graduation day,
there's an oceanfront property in Arizona for you.
Yeah, there's a bridge in Brooklyn. So
you're looking at, are outside people going to try to influence jurors and witnesses and whatnot, like MAGA?
Well, he's just a man. Okay, so as the trial's going on and evidence is being laid out, I do have a Knight of Wands, because Trump is the King of Wands, so this would be people supporting him. There might be a plan uncovered, but I've got a plan. That's all. Okay. That's it. Just they pull three more, but I just House of Lenormand. Becca's saying he doesn't even know Barron's birthday. If Barron wasn't so tall, I don't even know if he'd know his name.
CC Ryder's got a fun fact. John Gotti was sentenced to max security prison in Illinois to serve lifetime sentence and then was transferred to the Medical Center for Federal Prisoners in Springfield, Missouri when he had his throat cancer. And that was in New York. Or was he RICO, though? Was he federal RICO? I don't remember. I know, of course, his crimes were committed in New York, but I don't know if that was state or federal level. But either way, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. See, and I get lost. What number are you
on? We're looking at was number 11 on Midas Touch. They showed a clip of Trump's Pennsylvania rally.
Okay, let me refresh because there's nothing between 10 and 12 on mine. Hang on.
Okay.
I'm refreshing.
You're good. Or just at 46:35 is where we're at.
Okay. Ugh, scary. 7 of Pentacles. Mainly he wants their money, but sure. 5 of Wands, stirring things up. Magician, maybe he can get people to do something, storm a court. He wants people to storm the court. Like on Jan 6. He even said that. I think it was back in Georgia. He wanted people to storm the courthouse or wherever that was. Page of Swords, though, that's pretty weak.
Okay.
That's not a Knight of Swords. That's not aggressive law enforcement. That's not aggressive law enforcement being needed.
Okay. So that's Billy Bob and Jethro in the back of the truck yelling yeehaw while waving their flag, trying to stir some mess, but really it's just, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they taking a detour on their way to gigging.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is it gigging frogs or is gigging always include frogs? I can't remember.
I don't remember off the top of my head either. At 5040, Sally has a question.
Mm-hmm.
Who is keeping Trump from running? The Secret Service?
As in fleeing?
Yes.
All right. Who is stopping Trump from fleeing? Stopping Trump from fleeing. Well, card for the reading is the Chariot. Trust me, if he could with impunity, it'd be like a cartoon character. King of Pentacles, so that's the corrupt businessman. Mm-hmm. Knight of Pentacles, this is shuffling money. This is a money courier. Mm-hmm. Hanged Man is suspension. He's just a man here. He's not the businessman. He's just a man here. The Queen of Wands. So he would have to see, these two go together. So he would have to find somewhere where he had support, a lot of support, but also he would still need a way to get money.
Yeah, there's not a lot of places that have the heck of a non-extradition policy that he would require that would still be able to finance him in the life that he is accustomed to.
So between it's that's where you get the suspension. That's what keeps him from fleeing. And I mean, not just fleeing.
Yes.
Or the international equivalent of a white Bronco.
I've done really good not making any jokes this last week. I just think God should anoint me for something for that. I should get a gold star in my book because I have thought about it. And I know Catholics say that if you thought it, you said it. But Lord Jesus, you know the will that it has taken to keep my mouth shut. That is all the end.
Plus, you're not Catholic. You're Christian.
This is true.
But you're not Catholic. You do not bear that burden, that particular burden.
Right? Rose.
What were you raised? I'm curious.
Southern Baptist.
There we go.
Yes. Rose Blue has a couple of things in the chat that I wanted to address real quick. Mm-hmm. One, why wasn't 45 brought to the back like the others? Because he chose not to be, and he's not under custody right now. So he can enter the building in whichever way he chooses, and he's going to choose the most public route for security. I mean, for publicity. So, yeah, are there ways he could have entered that would not have had cameras on him? Of course. Was he going to do that? No. And then bonds don't allow travel. That is at the discretion of the judge. And with his being a candidate, they've all pretty much allowed it because it would keep him from the campaign trail, which could technically be. They've allowed it with caveats. So he's not violating anything by traveling at the moment.
Also, Electra Storm says Catholics are Christian too. Yes, but it's not exactly the same. That's why you have different denominations, and people can feel very, very strongly about such things.
Yes.
So
Baptists are Protestant. I mean, if you've got Catholics or Protestant, so yeah. All Christian.
Right.
Oh no, he can't travel outside the U.S. right now, Rose, without every judge that has issued him a bond giving him the okay. So good luck with that. All right. And at 5450, TJ Styling, I love that name, says, if Adonis the Menace That is hysterical.
TJ Styling has the best name. That TJ Styling yesterday brought the Count of Mostly Crisco. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So today we have, what was
Donis the Menace.
Donis the Menace. Okay.
Yes. If Donis the Menace is convicted, will Disney remove him from the Hall of Presidents? They recently moved him from the front row to the back when they added Joe Biden. Oh, not the House of Mouse coming at him too.
Hey, I know it's a small thing, but I still, one of my proudest days was making sure that the Glenn Beck book was at the bottom of the display instead of the top. I know it's a small thing, but
you take yeah.
I've done a little part. So Donis the Menace. Well, the Five of Swords in this deck, this is a card for the reading, and that's not things are not going well. You see
I would say not based on that card.
Yeah, that would just be yeah, and not only that, but the whole building was on fire. Okay, so liar in chief. Waiting for a ship to come in. Okay, so you'd think, all right. Now, also keep in mind, every time I get a string of major arcana, I specifically I separate the parts of the deck and separate them out because I don't want a clump of major arcana. So that's where it starts with his lies and whatever he thinks he's going to get for keeping up this facade. Center card, world, strength, Wheel of Fortune. He's toast. He's not just toast, he's a briquette. Yeah. He talks, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Dude, if there's anything where I swear I can hear the click, click, click of the projector from your projection. Yes,
all right.
Yes, Lois. Crouton Dawn. Yes.
Oh, goodness. All right. Y'all are killing me today. All right. At 58 even. Kitty Holler says, what are the odds that some Trumpers secretly vote for Biden when they actually do go vote?
It's specifically women is what it feels like. And oh my God, I went to pull the last card. 3 came out. There are going to be a lot of women voting.
Yeah.
Knight of Pentacles. Well, a lot of these are your MAGA and your, and I know it's a small thing and it wasn't like this particular celebrity was the center of my life, but I'm still disappointed in Snoop.
Yes.
I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed in The Rock because I didn't like him in the first place.
The Rock has always been a Republican. He's always said that he was a Republican, even from back in the day. So,
but
Snoop, man, that one hurt.
Yeah. So 10 of Pentacles. So that would be the Republican family. 8 of Pentacles, Republican worker. So yeah, not always, but most of the time you have the males, the MAGA males who are ruling their house and, the worst cliches. 5 of Pentacles, Trump loves the uneducated. 8 of Cups, this is all the evidence that's been stacked. And then I've got 3 cards at the end, which is odd. They are Two of Pentacles. It's not going to be a blowout. I know I keep saying that Biden's going to win, and I do believe that. But it isn't like there's going to be such a blue wave. They'll be like, there's no such thing as a Republican Party anymore. There are some really red parts of this country.
Yeah.
And I mentioned, for anybody who was here yesterday, day before, we were talking about the giant, I was telling you about the article I read in the Atlantic about this new giant, like biggest cruise ship ever made. And the travel reporter who his publication paid $19,000 for a ticket for a week. And that wasn't even in the highest of the highest. But while he was there were so many people who had MAGA hats and MAGA shirts and so the Two of Pentacles, it's the people are still going to complain that things were better under Trump when gas was cheap. And you can't explain to them that's because nobody was going anywhere. Yeah. That's because we had lockdowns. Mm-hmm. Well, when we had less regulation. No, really, we're better off now. Our infrastructure is getting better now. They don't want to hear it. They won't listen. Four of Swords. Actually, they might be a little bit dissuaded from voting. Some of them, just because it's too much. He's a crook. They're all crooks, but I've got stuff to do. King of Pentacles. But then you've got your MAGA people manly men in MAGA hats who are going to vote for Trump. Yeah. But it's the women.
Okay. So. Well, at an hour and 2 minutes in, Echo in this whisper asks, by September or October of this year, will Dumpy's cognitive decline be obvious to moderates and independents?
I'm happy to read on this. And please, your questions are very important to me. I just want to state again for the record, his mental decline, as far as any kind of age-related or dementia-related, personally, I don't care. I'm just going to say that because unless he is so sick he cannot be held accountable in a court of, if he can't be held accountable in a court of law, that's important. Other than that, you don't know what's dementia, how much of it's dementia, how much of it is potential chemicals, how much of it is his diet, how much of it is, and I don't want him to have an excuse that's borderline as to why he couldn't be held accountable in a court of law. That's why I push back on this. But your questions are important, and I am absolutely going to read on this and be happy to do it. I'm just letting you know where I'm coming from.
Right.
You know me. I really don't keep secrets. I really don't. Sarah can tell you. It's like, there just aren't that many. No, not really. No, I don't take the time I don't have the time, the brain power to try to come up with lies and remember them and pretend to be something I'm not. And no.
That takes too much energy, and we do not have time for that.
No, we do not have time for this foolishness.
We're on a schedule.
We are on a schedule. That's what Sarah's grandmother used to say, which is for the ages. All right, so will it be obvious? His temper tantrums, Will. I love this card. It's a perfect card for Trump and his temper tantrums. This particular Ace of Wands action. Poof. Yeah. And it's all hot air.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Five of Pentacles. Woe is him. Woe is him.
So much woe.
10 of Swords. So much woe. The the woeiest woe to ever woe.
Mm-hmm.
His supporters, you must protect your little cinnamon roll. Cinnamon's what he's going to start using on his face next. I swear. Knight of Cups. They've come for me. They've come for me. Page of Cups. The cups can be medical stuff, but this is more just because it starts here with the oh, poor me, send me money. This feels more political than, well, legal. To him, it's political. To us, would say it was legal. So, yeah.
Well, since we touched on the decline stuff already, we're going to go to the last Trump question, which is at 106:10. Will SCOTUS rule? Eileen wants to know, will SCOTUS end up ruling that Jack Smith's appointment was unlawful?
What? Oh, Rose Blue, thank you. Yes, the tiny violin. Sorry.
Apparently, this is a thing that some people are talking about. So that Smith should never have been appointed. So is this something that ultimately SCOTUS is going to agree with?
Okay, the card for the reading is our fear, which is the Hanged Man. But it feels like what's right behind is important too, and that was temperance. So that's what we're worried, but it's kind of a wait, hang on. Okay. Okay, Justice card.
Okay.
Trump, temper, tantrum. Complete fabrications. Nine of Wands, Trump feeling so put upon and persecuted and beaten up. Knight of Swords, aggressive law enforcement. What it feels like is there was evidence. If there wasn't any evidence, yeah, I would say no, but there was evidence.
Right. So, well, there you go.
That's all I'm getting there. Oh,
do you have time for one more question?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well,
I'm so happy. I'm happy to be here. I'm with good people here, and and Trump right now, I believe, is just sitting in court, criminal court. Yeah. It's a good day.
Yes, it is. At 1 hour and 8 minutes 30 seconds, we're out of Trumpville at the moment.
Thank you.
Clarence Thomas was absent from oral arguments this morning during SCOTUS hearings, and no explanation was given. Historically, a reason is noted. Justice such and such is not here because they're ill and being treated with blank, or they've had this happen or whatever. There's always been a reason. This morning he was gone. There was no reason noted. All that was said is that he wouldn't be there, but he would read the transcripts to fully participate in the ruling of the cases later. Is there something weird going on? Because the whole internet is like, where's Clarence?
Because if it was like he had a medical procedure, or he had, and
they've always said in the past, if he's ever been ill or had anything going on, it's like, oh, well, he had a thing, he's being treated with antibiotics, blah, 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 or whatnot.
Oh, gosh, his energy is so awful. No, it's fine.
Sorry.
But seriously, his energy is just, bleh. I mean, it's corrupt. What? Huh? Okay. I'm going to tell you what I got. Card for the reading, Page of Cups. All right.
Mm-hmm.
5 of Cups. So that's disappointment. Okay.
Okay.
7 of Cups. Illusion, delusion.
Okay.
4 of Pentacles. The miser, or lack of money, is in the center. 5 of Pentacles. Abject poverty. It can be disease, but these aren't cards of disease necessarily.
Well, that's weird.
I mean, they technically could, but it doesn't feel like it.
Right.
But then I've got the 9 of Pentacles, which is the sitting pretty. So even if you ignore this, the miser, out in the cold, abject poverty, and sitting pretty, with the miser in the center. So I guess this is a facade. All right, is this medical or is this medical, financial? What? It's something else. Is he being forced to give a deposition today? Wouldn't that be glorious? 8 of Wands. This card for the reading. All the things flying through the air. All the wands.
Mm-hmm.
Queen of Wands. So MAGA supporters, conservatives.
Okay.
7 of Wands is on the defensive. 10 of Pentacles. The dynasty. I asked if it was medical, and there's not a single cup here. So it's not medical.
Okay.
Tammy Duncan says 5 of Cups is Johnny's loser card. Yes, it is. Joe Eliza says maybe his RV was repoed. All right, so is this a big thing? Is this a small thing? Is it Bernadette Smith? Good point. Could it be taxes? Burden. 10 of Cups, 6 of Charity. Well, all right. I'm not getting a lot of major arcana.
Okay.
So
okay.
And I'm not getting medical cards. So but I don't know. I just don't know.
Well,
I do know he's burdened, and it ends in the card of charity. And there's a 10 of Cups in the middle, which is happy families.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, there's something. It's something I wouldn't think of off the top of my head, is what it feels like.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry that I don't have something more specific.
That's okay. But at least from what you're gathering, it's not medical. So
I'm not getting medical, and I'm not getting major arcana. Like, oh my gosh, he's being
right.
You know.
All right. Well, that is it.
Correction. It's not medical for him. Okay. I didn't read on his wife.
Okay.
So anyway, all right. That is going to do it for us. I cannot thank you enough for being here with us. Thank you. And Miss Sarah, above and beyond. And you are beautiful inside and out. Thank you.
Y'all are so sweet. Thank you. You're too good to me. So
never as much as you deserve. So I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Yeah, just relax. Just take a day or an hour or a minute or 5 minutes, and just breathe and just soak in that Donald Trump is sitting in the first of his many criminal trials.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's like a breath of fresh air. All right, so that'll do it. All right, it is 1:21 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, we shall be over on the Creative Sprints channel. Other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. Thank you, CC Ryder. Yeah, all right. So hang in there. You are not alone.
Correct.
Please remember that we are in this together.
Absolutely.
There are good days ahead.
Yepers.
Hang in there. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.